just his setups with Richter and the way he recovers is so different. And you're going to see that on full display here, especially if he gets put in an edge guard situation against Ravenking. He really knows how to find his way around those down angle guns.
Yeah, for sure. We haven't seen too many of like Simon or Richter, like high players or top players. So seeing, you know, Karu a very strong rep here, and especially in doubles, you know, where you feel like Richter and Simon would struggle, he's definitely holding his ground here, especially in the top 4 qualifier here in winner's side we have.
Yeah, but we're already seeing Soul go down very early on an early edge guard from ATATA. Got some ground to make up here right out the gate, but there's one team that definitely knows their way around doubles. It's the Chicago team, ATATA Ravenking. These guys will team pretty much at any event they're both at. So lots of team chemistry and a really strong doubles team too in Joker and Ness.
Yeah, this is quite literally the dream team here that we're seeing. Karu and Soul, I'm a little unfamiliar with, but you know, they're doing pretty good right now, catching up with the Chicago team here. And another PK Thunder stolen like that. That is so brutal. But again, Soul is also down on his last dog.
And Tata definitely saw that situation and went, okay, I'm not making it back. I'm taking you down with me. I'm just going to take that PK Thunder into your barrels there.
That was so smart.
Yeah, because he had no options left down there. And Soul just continuing to go out for these edge cards, even though he's on his last stock. And it's going to pay off there. I think that's a dead ATATA. Ravenking trying to save him, just barely missing.
Yeah, but there it is, the instant restock we see here from ATATA now. Still trying to put up a fight, while Ravenking playing a little more defensively here, trying to keep this stock alive as much as possible. But again, we've got so many threatening factors, especially Soul, like just literally a threat right now.
He's so aggressive. You see that too just in his singles play with, like, he likes to get up and scrap. He doesn't play that typical defensive Diddy. And that's working really well in doubles, but he gets just that initial downer spike on the Richter, and Ravenking's out of a stock. Man, like, so many early stocks in this game 1.
Yeah, I don't know what happened these past 3 minutes into this first game of our doubles Pow, but yeah, I don't know. It's going to be a very good set it looks like here. Again, we're just kind of getting started. And again, stocks are quite literally just flying out.
Whether it's early edge cards or random SDs. Yeah. But a very bizarre game 1, but it's going to end there with the Holy Water into the forward smash. Going to be cleaning that up really quick in game 1 for Karu and Soul.
Yeah, a little bit of an awkward game, I would say, because again, there's a few mishaps, SDs happening.
As far as we're like so close to them, there's no way they can't just hear us like the entire time. Also like pretty loud. So.
Is this like
both teams are so good? They are though.
Wow, how did they do that? Yeah. Making it this far into the bracket for sure.
And this is where that having it be best of 5 doubles this early on gives you plenty of time to adjust.
Yeah.
And that's just the nature of doubles, too, where there's just going to be some strange games where people are losing stocks, whether like intentional, unintentional. So
it does happen because, you know, that we have team attack on. So you're bound to hit your partner at some point and maybe even take the stock by accident. It does happen. But we're going to just be running into game 2.
And Soul looks like he's trying to make it through this doubles bracket as quickly as possible. The way he's going out for these edge guards, like he's getting edge guard himself. He's taking early stock. So
yeah.
He's trying to keep us on schedule for singles.
It definitely seems like a more aggro Diddy Kong from the usual like Diddy Kongs I've seen play. A little more like slower, a bit more like progressive.
That turtle
but with
play
Soul
style.
is just kind of like in there, and he's just not caring. While Karu is playing like how you would play Richter pretty much for the most part.
And something that keep an eye out too. You see it again there, but he gets the Rebels guard through it. Soul loves to go for those dash attack down airs at the ledge to get those really early stocks. Combos perfectly into it at those lower percents because of the angle that launching on that dash attack. So something for blue team to be cognizant of throughout the set so they don't get robbed early too often. But early on, these already at high percent here on both members of blue team. A lot will take it from Richter for sure. Diddy's down to up smash will take it as well here soon. But down goes ATATA for the first one to lose their stock in the game. Also just seeing like a good doubles play is typically when you have the doubles teams moving in tandem. They're not playing those silos side to side. But you will see those 1-1 situations come out and using the banana from his teammate to get the banana into the Richter forward smash there to take that stock.
Yeah, Ravenking and ATATA are slacking just a little bit, but there is going to be the first Karu stock taken by ATATA now. So gotta play a little more aggro to take these stocks, and ATATA's definitely turning up the heat right now. Not letting go of that advantage point from Karu, but unfortunately, Ravenking falls too short. They're not going to be able to recover.
I don't know if I've ever seen a double set where so little gameplay was happening on stage. It just, and the one who's edge guarding the least is Ravenking, who's usually the main edge guarder in any set he's in. Down goes another early stop from Soul on an edge guard.
Yeah, this set definitely has had some interesting gameplay so far, but again, it's not going to be over just yet. And basically, okay, never mind. Everyone's just on a clean slate now. There's no more advantage point here or stock up ante here, so everyone's going to be fighting for their last stock here.
You're seeing Ravenking try to get that Rebels guard out to get another Arsene on deck, just to try to clean out this stock for Karu, who's been quickly climbing, kind of trying to find that edge guard there on the right side to get that stock. We see the tether on both sides as they make their way back. And yeah, just too much anti-lag on that up B, so we're going to get that up smash to clean up there. And now we've got the 2v1 situation, which Cat and Ravenking have been in this so many times.
Oh, of course.
And Diddy, you know, he kind of still has a teammate there. He has that banana, but you have to throw it out and then try to get it back over and over. So, but Diddy, really quick, really scrappy. He does just fine in these 2v1 situations.
Yeah, as you said, the banana is quite a lot of in Soul's advantage here as he plays it right here. Gotta be a little careful though with a very risque option to recover though. Ravenking on the ledge trap here though.
It just isn't finding those bullets to cut off the barrels, but still in great shape is blue team. But can you just avoid that down tilt up smash? That will connect and that will be the stock. Well, you know, 1v1 situation. Soul just trying to get that banana, does get it in hand. Yoinking it with that down tilt.
Yeah, not going to be that easy, but again, Tata does have the banana, drops it though, catches it once again. This is just kind of like a back and forth game of, you know, who's really going to be at the advantage point here. Soul might have had it there, but unfortunately, falling, yeah.
Barely missing that forward air. Tata responding in kind with his own back. That back air will absolutely take it. So clutching that out. Definitely, Soul definitely making him work for it, though. They're at the end. Yeah,
most definitely. It's definitely more interesting, like, archetype of move game we've seen, that the stocks are just gone so fast all of a sudden, and now we're all down to, like, you know, last stock, 1v1 situations, which, you know, you don't see too much of, but it's still a different kind of, like, gameplay we're seeing.
That's where doubles gets fun, though, is when it's, like, get down to those really tight, whether it's a 2v1 or the 1v1s. That's when the tension really comes into play. And these guys, whether it's singles or doubles, they've been here so many times. Karu, like, I don't know if he's newer to the scene or if he's just, like, finally hitting that next level. But like, I hadn't heard of him until the last couple months after his recent success. But he's definitely shown that he does not crumble under the pressure. So a lot of guys that have that experience. And, you know, as we were coming into the set, we were talking about how we're like, wow, they're really doing best of 5 doubles this early. But these guys are making us go quick. They're making it fun. Like, this is some peak doubles so far.
Yeah, it's been quite the set to get on the mic for here, so.
You know, we're seeing the counter pick from Richter to Simon Belmont, which, as far as the property difference, it's really just the Holy Water versus the Holy Fire.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, like, that's really it, right?
And as far as this matchup goes, I don't think it really matters. I think it mainly pertains to if you're fighting Alamar, just because of like the Pikmin properties. But I think, from what I've seen, Karu will just do that counter pick as like a change of mentality, like usually when he's like lost a game. But
yeah.
Could be completely wrong.
Oh yeah, it's not gonna be good. Oh, okay, able to get the tether back though from Karu here. Would have been a ledge trap situation there for Ravenking, trying to get something early here, especially with the early Arsene only at 50%. It's a good setup here for Ravenking. Sneaking in that back air with the ledge trap, gonna be taking the first stock off of Soul now. We're seeing like the first advantage point now from blue team here.
Yeah, Ravenking really cooking so far in this game 3. you could tell he was a little frustrated looking over at him, dropping that 2v1, making ATATA work for it. So that'll happen a lot in doubles where someone maybe doesn't have a game up to snuff for them, and they come in really hot in that next game because they want to, be there for their teammate. But coming in really hot under the stage is Soul and losing that stock. So many SDs.
Yeah, but gonna be able to take the first stock off of ATATA though. Okay, and another stock is just gone from Karu. We're down from 5 to 3 stocks here, so there is a deficit here again. Ravenking taking that first stock still at 121%. Still has our Sentinel, so a lot of rage potential here, but okay, Soul's gonna...
Soul, out of all 3 stocks,
yeah.
less than 2 minutes here, has to share stock, and now both of red teams on their last. Blue team looking really strong here. Ravenking trying to help ATATA get back. He is able to, he gets stuff up on the Holy Fire.
Oh, the dare didn't go through, and it powered through the PK rocket there for ATATA, and another lost stock from Soul.
And not just a lost stock, but a lost game, man. Like, this is one where you just have to let it go. And
yeah, Ravenking held on to 3 stocks, by the way, at 150.
Yeah, just the amount, the Ravenking coming in playing super high in that game, and also ATATA again showing no one is harder to edge guard on Ness than ATATA. Like, he finds the angles that are really difficult to get that edge guard in. He will get those PK Thunder 2s onto you, and just made it really difficult for Karu and Soul to get any momentum going in that game 3.
Yeah, especially against Richter, Richter, Simon. They only have so many options. The recovery's not that great. The tether is probably like the best way you can recover, honestly. And you got to play smart about it and needing to kind of outplay your opponent. But again, ATATA himself loves to edge guard, loves to play tricks on people with, this Ness. So it's nothing new that I'm not used to coming from Chicago and seeing it over and over again.
I also like trying to just like talk about like when Ness is recovering too, because Ness is so vulnerable off stage, but he was reversaling time and time again in that game 3. And we're seeing another character switch come out from Karu on the Rob, which I've never seen him play Rob before, but moving up the tier list as far as those go.
yeah, true. Got to match up to ATATA Ravenking team here.
Which, with how the momentum's continue to shift in this set, it makes sense to try something new here. The Richter was having a hard time keeping up, and staying on with his feet on stage.
Yeah.
So, with how many edge guards were taking place, Rob, extremely reliable recovery, and still lets him play that zoning game plan that he wants to execute. So
yeah, for
you gotta try something new.
For sure, yeah. Definitely the better option here, as you already said. It covers a lot of more ground than Richter or Simon would have done. Again, it all depends though if red team can push through here. 2 up smashes from Soul, but no stock taken.
And Soul going with a different game plan in this game as well, too. Staying with much more on stage, and it's paying off for him. He's the healthiest one on his first stock right now. No early edge guards, no SDs, but in a bad spot here. Does make it back, though, with those barrels. What a good setup for Blue Team. You get the off-stage PK fire into the dash attack, just prop him just above the ledge.
That was incredible. Oh, yeah, no tether, though. Felt too fast there for Ravenking, but going to be able to get some up airs here onto Karu. No uppy, though. And, yeah, no Diddy Kong either.
Yeah, finding the back end of that yo-yo up smash. Going to be the end of the last stock for the first stock. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
So, back to even again, 2 stocks. So far this counter pick, but being found offstage, that's a pretty early stock on Rob, too, back there at 100%. Ravenking is getting out there in perfect position to end that stock.
Oh my gosh, he has so much happening in this corner. It's getting pretty messy here. And ATATA accidentally spiking his own teammate. Both of them losing their stock somehow. That was just a blood massacre there.
And with Soul just staying on stage, still looking very healthy on his second stock. Unless ATATA can find this edge guard, we're very likely going to be looking at game 5 here.
Yeah, it is definitely in the cards right now for red team to bring this to a game 5 here. However, we see ATATA with the gyro trying to keep on the defense at this ledge here against Karu, and there's the fair trying to go in once again, but Karu going to safely recover.
Yeah, this Karu Rob just doing just enough here to keep them in this game. He's keeping his stop, but Bethro not going to take it and just interrupts. Wow, and he's not only does he save Ravenking, he takes the stock on Solar.
Yeah,
Great stuff from ATATA.
Good trade, giving your partner a little bit of more rage and taking you know, an opponent's stock. That's really good. And they also got Karu at a deadly percentage here. So ATATA, look at me taking it. No fair able to come out though. That's going to be the stock. Yeah, that's it. So now they just got to do this 2v1 situation again against Soul. But however, we have seen game 2, I believe it was. When,
I think it was game 1.
Oh, it was game 1?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But either way, we've seen Soul make these comebacks, but
not this
not
one.
coming back from that one.
Unfortunately.